I am going to show you this really neat trick that I learned while I was at IBC Atlanta this past week. It's probably one of my favorite tricks that I picked up while I was there, and I've been dying to show you all. So here we go. So for example, you're wearing your ring sling and you've been wearing your baby for an extended amount of time, maybe all afternoon, and your shoulder where the rings are at is starting to become fatigued. You're just not feeling that one shoulder carry anymore, but your baby has fallen asleep. And what are you going to do? You're not going to wake a sleeping baby. You don't have another carrier or a stroller to be able to switch out with, so what are you going to do? How about switching shoulders without waking up your baby or moving them? No? Pretty cool. I'm going to show you how. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the side of the rings and you're going to gently loosen them just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this arm and come up through the pouch, and then we're going to take this arm and we're going to go down through the pouch, bringing this shoulder up through here. Now you can see this is starting to look more like a pouch sling than a ring sling. And how do you tighten up the excess slack on a pouch when you're wearing your baby? You're going to do a shoulder flip. So we're going to do that exact same thing. So we're going to take this bottom rail that's on the lower portion of our arm and bring it up onto our shoulder by our neck, and we're going to flip this top rail downward, cupping our shoulder. And now I'm going to just tighten up my seat just a little bit. And you can see our rings are still in view. We can still keep an eye on them. We know everything that's happening with those rings. We're not going to have a chance of them slipping on us and not being able to see it on our back. And now I'm going to just tighten up that little tiny bit of slack that I have in through here. And we're going to tighten it exactly the same way that you do a ring sling, lifting up on baby's bum gently and just pulling out that extra slack. And now you can see we have successfully switched from a left shoulder carry to a right shoulder carry with the ring sling. Pretty nifty. Now, when I wear a ring sling, I am 100% left shoulder dominant. I have a very difficult time wearing a ring sling on my right side. I feel the same way that I do awkwardness as if I'm trying to write with my left hand being a righty. It just feels off and uncomfortable. I don't like it. But I do find this is super comfy, which I never would have thought. I thought, oh, it's going to be the same thing. I'm just not going to like it. I guess it would survive if I was really uncomfortable, but it's actually super duper comfy. It's secure, and I have no feeling that baby's going to pop its seat or slide or move. Now I'm using my demo doll because Aaron is sleeping, but I have tried it with him and he's just as comfortable in it with a real child. It's really cool. I also found that this would be incredibly useful for when you're wanting to breastfeed on both sides. We all know how difficult it can be when you're trying to nurse your baby on the same side as the rings. You can kind of do it. Some people can kind of bend themselves to make it work, but really it's just not super duper easy. This way, all I would need to do is loosen up my rings just a little bit to drop baby into position. And now they can easily latch on this side. And then when I'm finished, I'm going to switch them over to this side, latch them on, and then when I'm all done, just tighten it all back up with the rings. And there you have it. Able to nurse on both sides and relieve tension and possible pressure for long-term wearing on one shoulder with a ring sling. Pretty cool tip. Thought you'd like it.